Do you want to get cracked at Fortnite? Yes, because today I'll give you 5 tips on how to get good at Fortnite. Starting off with tip number 1, and that is watching YouTube videos. There are many Fortnite tip videos out there with an infinite amount of tips. There will always be a video you haven't watched and something you haven't learned. This is in fact one of the best ways I've grown in my skill. If you don't know how to improve, then you won't improve. The importance of watching videos is understated, because trying to learn the meta in Fortnite without watching videos and pro players play the game is like trying to learn math without a math teacher. It's not possible. Speaking of watching videos, I need to ask you a question. Are you subscribed? Because I post Fortnite videos every week, which includes tips and challenges, so what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. Now let's move on to tip number 2, which is to use piece control maps. Piece control maps deal with lots of editing. They can be edit courses with sentry boxing, or just a free build. I use these for warm-ups, edit practice, and just for fun. They can really improve your editing and aim a ton. I know a lot of people struggle with editing just like I did when I played on Switch and when I moved over to PC, but when I started using these maps, I got so much better. Piece control is really important because if you want to play competitively, you have to get good at piece control. People who don't know how to use piece control just tend to build up and then shoot at the opponent, and they do not edit at all. They usually end up dying to players who know how to edit really well, and they usually get boxed and don't know how to get out. And I can't stress how important these maps are. They can help every player out there, whether it be in editing, speed, or aim. And next time you think of doing a warm-up, play the map on screen instead of just doing a random free build. Moving on to tip number 3, which is doing high skill 1v1s. The best way to practice for any game is to play against someone who is better than you. My personal favorite map for 1v1s is called Speed Realistic 1v1s. In this map they have all the new season weapons, limited mats, and realistic situations, such as being boxed up and W-king. 1v1s really improve skill a lot because you can get better at finding someone who is very good. 1v1 improves skill a lot because it can help you get better at finding someone who is really good at the game. But it is super important to find the right person to 1v1. If you fight someone really bad, you're just wasting time, because if you don't force yourself to improve to want to fight, you won't improve. You also don't want to fight someone who is so much better than you. Like, you don't want to fight Tfue, because then you'll get destroyed and you won't be able to improve because they're just so good and kill you so quickly. Trying to improve in 1v1s is like lifting weights. If you lift the same light weight every day, you really won't get that much stronger. And if you live extreme out of your league weight, you'll do their technique wrong and it will hinder your gains. But if you do just the right amount of weight and take baby steps, you'll steadily improve over time. I personally like to 1v1 my friends because we're at about the same skill level, and it's just fun hanging out and playing with my friends. And if you don't know anyone at the same skill level as you, you can just join a Discord server or make new friends. And just doing creative maps won't help you though. You need to do this next tip, which is to play Ranked Battle Royale. Playing Ranked Battle Royale is the best way to level up your gameplay. It helps you develop game sense, which is knowing what to do and when to do it. It gives you practice against players who are the same rank as you, which will teach you a lot on how to read people, box them, and then kill them. Many people make excuses about how they're not good enough or how ranked is really bad, but in reality, it is exactly what you need. I used to make the same excuses and ignore competitive as a whole, but when I started playing competitive and ranked Battle Royale, I died a lot, but in exchange, I improved a whole lot more. And when you play competitive, you can't just camp the whole time, you have to engage in fights. Try different things, and make new strategies to find what works, and keep grinding and grinding until your hands literally cramp. Do not be afraid to go aggro. Losing rank in exchange for experience is definitely worth it in the long run. The most important and least thought of tip that will improve your gameplay in any game and in anything in life is to have the right mindset. If you say you'll play to get better, but instead you waste time playing a random tycoon game like Farm Life or something like that in Fortnite, then you won't improve. You have to have the drive and motivation to keep working hard and growing. And if you keep going and going, then you'll eventually get better. You get out what you put in, and this explains exactly how to get better. It is also important to have self-control. Raging is not going to get you better. It will just make your gameplay worse and make you play worse, and it will also make you want to quit. Another mindset people have is being afraid. People will always make fun of you no matter what, especially in video games like Call of Duty. If you are afraid of losing, then you will never be great at anything. The best people in life are the people who have lost the most. Messi is super good at soccer, but imagine the thousands of games he lost to get to where he was today. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe and click the video on screen if you want to rank up quickly. But whatever you do, remember that Jesus loves you, and I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.